Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming in for a live video today. I'm so happy that you're here. Let me know how the stream is today. I know we had a horrible stream last week. We had a lot of important things to talk about, though, so I'm glad we did it anyway. Eventually, I hope to turn this into a podcast anyway. Not every episode, of course, but I do want to do some podcasting. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of splice everything together and make it work. All right, so we'll see how that goes. Let me see who's in the chat. Hi, Robin. How are you? Well, good. I did say opinions, didn't I? I did say opinions, perspectives, persuasion. So that definitely is what I want to start doing here. More of a give and take instead of just me, kind of monologuing here. I'd really like to make it a dialogue. It's not always going to be a big serious issue, so we can talk about lots of things. I've also got a show lined up for Monday with a guest, so we'll be talking reselling, we'll be talking jewelry. I'm here to take questions tonight, though, so if you have prepared some questions, I always feel like it's a good idea to give you a chance to prepare questions, because I know a lot of people get stumped and you can't really think of what to ask or anything. So believe me, I've been in that situation. So I kind of posted it on the community channel. I also hope to maybe you can post them on my Facebook page, on my public page, or you can Facebook message me on Messenger, so I can have the questions kind of prepared and maybe even a more articulate answer for you, if that'll work. All right, let me say hello to a couple of people in the chat. Again, let me know how the stream is. Hi, Gloria. Thank you so much, everyone who's here. Looks like 43 people joined us so far. Sherry, Gloria, hello, Janice. Is that Carrie in there? I'm gonna be burping with this Coke. Sorry about that. But I'm so thirsty, and I had to go in on ice because it's so much easier on me with the ice floating around. But I don't know where I left my little glass of ice. So excuse me if that sounded a little loud. Carrie, and no, I don't see Carrie. That's this and that. Maybe I do see Carrie. No, it's hi, Miss Kathleen. I wasn't sure if that was you or not. I can't hardly see this tiny little chat. I really need a bigger monitor. I'm on my laptop. It'd be great if I could get one of those big giant ones, right? Like the one I have in my classroom that nobody uses because we bought it for the pandemic. Talk about a waste of money. Don't get me started on that. But I'm telling you, they invested a lot of money on virtual classrooms, and those things are sitting in the classroom right now. I really would like to bring it home. I wish I could. Sanja, June, Becky, how are you? Priscilla, I hope I didn't leave anybody out. If I did, it's just so I can get started. Amy, Lori, thank you everyone who's here. If you're watching later, this is a live stream, so we do have a live chat going on right here on the right. And right here on the right hand side, I can read the chat. But when this uploads, you will see the chat at the bottom like we always do. And you can comment there, but I won't be answering you right away as I do here in real time. Hi, Kirsten. How are you? Hey, 4 eyebrows tonight. Absolutely, 4 eyebrows tonight. And let me see, what do we have here? Francis, how are you? Then we have, who else is here? Nancy, I hope you're doing well. All right, so yeah, we did some graphic eyeliner. We're having fun with the graphic eyeliner these days, just for fun. All right, so today we're going to talk about different things. I have my notes here. I do have my notes here. We're going to give away a jewelry jar at the end of the show, because the one we're giving away today is to the winner who chose the name of the new show. All right. Thank you. I got this from Kirsten right there. Kirsten Red Resale. She has a channel here on YouTube. Great jewelry there. what you got now. Hello. Oh, thank you. Greetings from Naperville. How are you, Deborah? That's where my grandchildren's other grandparents live, in Naperville. Yeah. So anyway, what we're going to do today with the show is talk a little bit about what we're going to do with it. We're going to do more than just heart to heart. So it's not going to be entitled heart to heart anymore. It's going to have a new name. I'll still do some heart to heart type themes, but they'll be a little bit different. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. They'll be a little bit different. They'll be more corporate. Does anybody have any other questions other than the eyebrows? Any questions that you care to talk about? On Monday, I have a guest on here. I hope to have more guests. I'll be reaching out to people. Hopefully you can make it. If not, I totally understand. Or if you're shy or whatnot, that's fine as well. I understand completely. Good. Shannon, I'm so glad you're here. Stupid. Good. Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. It's just some fun I'm having with graphic eyeliner. I've been watching way too much Vivienne Westwood, and I'm just into her. And I'm into doing what you want to do when you've reached a certain age and having fun with makeup. As I was telling you last time, makeup just gives me a mood. And it's always been that way for me. I remember, boy, I got in big trouble, went to Catholic school. We were not allowed to wear makeup all through high school. You couldn't even wear makeup in high school. But of course, we'd all wear it. We'd sneak into the bathroom, put it on, and then we'd get thrown back into the bathroom to wash it off by the Catholic nuns who couldn't stand it. But I really just have always enjoyed it, have always enjoyed the really graphic, bright colors. I don't care what the trends are. I don't care what somebody says about wearing it when you're this age or that age or not wearing it at all. Some of the prettiest girls in high school wore not one single stitch of eye makeup, and that was their thing. But that has never been me. I have always loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. And that's just what I do, so for fun. But one of my favorites was Mary Quant. Does anybody remember Mary Quant and Yardley of London makeup? Before they just made soaps, they actually made, oh my God, I just dropped my mandrel. They actually made eye makeup, and really pretty ones. I don't know if you guys remember. They would come in palettes like watercolors and things like that. Mary Quant, yes, she made the best makeup, and they used to sell it at Sears. They used to have an entire counter of Mary Quant makeup, and we all wanted to do the twiggy lashes and all of that stuff. It was just so fun. It really was. Twiggy lashes, yeah. I used to follow a girl. Maybe you follow her too, Kathleen, a lady here. 5Js makes us five. Jenny, she's really big on Instagram right now. She's a real hardcore thrifter as well. She always reminded me of Twiggy, and I told her so. She just had these eyes that took up half her face, and she's a real fashionista too, but a thrifter. So she buys all her outfits, on Posh or thrifting, and puts things together from the 60s with these mod designs. And then she'll switch it off, and she'll be this severe, 80s powerhouse boss or something. She just has a lot of fun with fashion, and she always reminded me of Twiggy. Plus, she's really, really slender, but her face reminded me of Twiggy. You miss Sears? I know. Their makeup department was humongous, wasn't it? You can still walk into those huge makeup departments at Macy's, but good luck if they want to help you without wanting to sell you, a $2,000 perfume first. It just wasn't as much fun as it used to be. The Sears Christmas catalog. Oh my gosh. Yes. And it was really funny because really that's all we would buy at Sears. My mother would buy hardware. She didn't like the clothes, but she would buy hardware and things for the house in there. She never did like Sears or Montgomery Wards for clothing. She was a little snob, but the makeup was the thing to get over there, at least for me anyway. My mother really wasn't that into makeup. I mean, she wore, she always put lipstick on and eyebrows and all that good stuff, but she was never a really big one. Hi, Miss Robin. Oh, another thing I want to talk about before I leave, and I am going to post the links on this video. Miss Robin and her wonderful cohorts over there are hosting a jewel-a-thon. I'm a part of it. Kristen D's a part of it. Deborah, Doug, who else? Who's that wonderfully handsome guy? Steven. Steven's going to be in it too. And of course, he has wonderful jewelry. It's on the 16th, right? And I think I'm going on about 9 o'clock Eastern. So I actually rescheduled my whatnot for earlier. So can you guys actually hear me? Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. This is the other plug. I was thinking I had to plug this in. That's for when I use my phone. So I'm rescheduling my whatnot. Those of you who follow me on whatnot a little bit earlier, so I can join Robin and her wonderful show coming on here on YouTube. So wow, get your wallets out because it's going to be fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to bring. I think I'm going to bring some of these jewelry jars because I sold one on whatnot and I had this really good gimmick. I thought it was a good gimmick, a good promotion that I was going to throw in a ring valued at $150. And I did. It's in there. And now it's in there that I don't even remember which one it is. So I priced them all at the same price over at Whatnot. Only one sold, so I may bring it back, but I'm not going to do the same thing. That first night was the only one. I may do it again later, but I thought that was a good and fun thing to do. And that's probably what I'm going to bring for the Jewelathon over with Real Creative Studios. That is Robin there. So be sure and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe here if you haven't. And don't forget to turn on notifications. Here we are doing the what do you call it? The giveaway today. And we're going to do that in just a minute because I had some really good suggestions. Here they are. I actually was thinking of changing the name. Well, it's still going to be Heart to Heart when I do a Heart to Heart, but it's still going to it's going to be like the subtitle. Okay. The main title. I had so many good suggestions. I had Thelma's Talks, Jewelry Journeys, Thelma's Corner, Priscilla said, "What's on your mind? Food for the soul." Aren't those cute? I like those as well, but I chose one winner. We're going to do it in a minute. Yeah, it's going to be a great marathon. It's at 24 hours, Robin. I know sometimes it's 20. I think once they did a 2-day one, it was incredible. And I've taken part in it before about 2 years ago, but it's been a while. Thank you so much, Donna, for the kind words. You're trying to decide. Yours is salt and pepper. You can always change it back if you don't like it. You can always change it back. I cannot see myself going back. I cannot see myself erasing, even 5 years if my hair was dark. I mean, honestly. you know? So instead, I just put graphic eyeliner on to act silly and have fun. Hi, Miss Tanya. 20 sellers altogether. It's going to be fabulous, guys. Do not miss it. Hi, Mia. Mia wears great lipsticks. I like the one she was wearing the other day. She's got the most beautiful lips, and her makeup always looks on point as well. Then we had a no faux zone except jewelry. That was Robin's. Robin, you want to give us your opinion? That was a good one. Thelma's View. I really like that one too. It kind of reminded me of Thelma's Post, which I had wanted to do. And I almost went with my own, but then I said, no, I don't want to go. Not only would it not be fair, but I was afraid of copyright. I was going to say the heart of the matter. And then it would have been a little bit too much like Heart to Heart anyway. Thank you, Bonnie. I just mailed your package, Tanya. It was so heavy. Oh my gosh. It was heavier than the jewelry jar. So it had a lot of wire and things like that, the little stringing wire and stuff for crafting. So I hope you enjoy it. That's going to be fun. Let me see what else popped in. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, guys. Again, all my new subscribers, I'm so glad that you're here and you're able to come in on Fridays or so. I'm going to try to shoot for Friday lives, but I'm working on a show, a talk show, interview show, and I'm working around people's schedule as well. So I'm going to have one Monday. And whoever that I contact, please know that I work around your schedule. So just because I say I want to do it on a Friday night doesn't mean it has to happen on a Friday night. As a matter of fact, 1 year, because I've done this 2 years in a row, 1 year we did daytime talk. You're going to have to rewatch. Okay. All right, Bonnie. Well, will you see you later? Or were you talking about the other video? Okay. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I'm going back to read some of the other comments. As I said, also, I will be doing, and it's not, I don't announce my giveaways. So I won't be announcing them other than today because I have already picked a winner for this title contest. But it is my birthday month next month. This month, I call it a month as if I was 5, right? But this month is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. I talked about that last time. And I did not just do jewelry here. A lot of people are saying jewelry anniversary, but it's not. I did a lot more than jewelry on here, and I continue to do that. I have only really honed in with the thrifting and the jewelry uh, because that's kind of what people like. I still do occasional what's in my bag. I also want to do I'm going to do a new one called just one show called My Favorite Bags because I want to bring you that bag that I found that sells for 10K. And so coincidentally, today I tuned into someone that I'm following new on TikTok, and he talked about that bag. And so I'm going to try to go find them again, see if I can find that and link that video as well. But I looked up the bag here on YouTube, and it is indeed spoken in the same circles as Hermes. So that's why I want to show it to you. And I found it at a thrift store for $25 in amazing condition. And of course, I will probably keep it for a while because it's a very unique and beautiful bag. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, 10 years. And like I said, the reason I believe, I mean, we could even talk about when I have my guest on, I really want to talk about growing a YouTube channel. Not that I'm an expert, but I've learned from my mistakes. My number one mistake was not picking a niche and sticking with it. I just kind of, like I said, I never really came into it with the intention of being monetized. I didn't really even know that there was such a thing. I thought you got monetized after so many subscribers. And back then when I got monetized, you only needed 1,000. No, you didn't even need 1,000. That was later. You didn't even need 1,000 subscribers. So I got monetized right away. But I thought, you got paid by how many subscribers. It was my daughters who told me, no, you actually get paid by the views, and you should do this and you should do that. But it was really just for fun. But that was one piece of advice I can give now. If you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, stick to one subject. Stick to one particular subject. I kind of still stick to two: luxury, just the handbags, luxury, thrifting, and jewelry. And the reason I honed in on jewelry is because I noticed a huge uptick on the jewelry videos, and my thrifting videos they were okay. They were not bad. I still had That's what got me my following, honestly. But then when I started doing the jewelry videos, people would comment, "I love the way you talk about jewelry. I love what you teach when you talk about jewelry and your passion and so forth." So that's how that stuck. So that's what I would say to anyone contemplating that, is to definitely stick to one thing. And that's what I did wrong. I did perfume reviews. I did everything, all kinds of things, vlogs. And I should really not have done that until I really had honed in a really tight audience. Okay, let me give you some more of the suggestions. Thelma's thoughts, Thelma's live Q&A, the no-fo zone from Robin. Oh, isn't this a cute little note? My husband leaves me on the coffee. Plug me in. He makes the coffee every morning. It's like, let me grab that paper to use it. All right, so my winner, if I don't have any questions, do I not? We're going to make it a short one tonight. We've only been on 18 minutes. Let me go back and see. Oh, put it in caps if I missed it. I've watched your jewelry videos for years and have learned a lot from watching you. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. And thank you for the congratulations, Daria. Daria, are you the one that won a bag today over on Adrian's? I thought it was a Daria that won over there. You're back from hitting the thumbs up. Thank you, June. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, it doesn't take much. You just go over by the screen. Yeah. No questions. These can be any kinds of questions, believe me. You have any jewelry questions? Anything about YouTube? Anything about what I do for fun? Right now, I'm sleeping too late. I need to get up earlier and do more. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I hate that about summertime. Oh, and that's what I was going to say about my birthday month, that whenever it's my birthday month, I kind of have a reassessment. A lot of people do it like on New Year's, on what to do to be better. That's when I lost a lot of weight a couple of birthdays ago. Few birthdays ago, about 10 years ago, actually, I had lost so much weight and I really was happy. And I feel like I'm slowly letting it creep back on. How to tell if pearls are real? That's a good question. That's a very good question. A lot of people, these are not pearls here. Well, here's some faux pearls. These are not real pearls. Aren't they pretty though? They're kind of shut out like. That's a good question. I can kind of tell when I look at a pearl that's too perfect, that's white like this and this big. It's usually going to be either a glass pearl or a faux pearl. You can also take a pearl to a loop and you will see little craters, little dings, like flaws because they're not perfect. People also rub them together and they have a sandpapery feel to them. I don't care. I put it to my tooth. I'll wipe it a little bit. Put it to my tooth and scratch it with my bottom tooth, with my bottom teeth, and you'll feel it gritty. You'll feel that grittiness that only a real pearl has. A fake pearl, well, you'll feel the chips come right off. Not all of them do, though. Some of them take a little bit of time to come off because they're better pearls. For example, who is that? Majorca pearls. They actually make a really good faux pearl where they actually do add the nacre to the glass pearl, several layers of it. But eventually it is definitely glass at the very core of it. So that's one there. That's one way I can tell. Just biting is absolutely the best way to tell. And then of course there's quality. There's different qualities of pearls too. You know, you're not everything is a Mikimoto pearl for a reason because they really do take the time for quality with the size and the coating, making sure that it's not harvested soon, where it's not rich with that wonderful what they call orient, what we call luster. That's important too in a genuine pearl. But anyway, so I was saying, please ask me another question while I finish my thought about losing weight. So I was driving down to my gym that I haven't been to in 6 months, and it's basically 5 minutes away. But I was driving to the Goodwill, and I look over, and they're closed. They've been closed down since March. So I called them to cancel my subscription because they'd been taking out, what do I pay? I think I was paying $20 a month. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I should get out more because I don't go anywhere. I usually don't go anywhere that way. When I come back from work, I'm coming in from Galleria area. If you're familiar with Houston, that's like uptown. And so then I go everywhere else and I don't seem to go that way. I hadn't even noticed the gym was closed since March. So now I'm going to have to figure out what else to do. Hi, Dusty Leather and Lace. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. How do you wear clip earrings? Notice there are so many in the bags. Oh, they're so easy to wear. There isn't actually a way to adjust them. The ones that have like a little hinge sticking out, you can actually move that hinge a little bit so they won't be so tight. They also sell the backs of some of these earrings on Amazon to give them that extra cushion, or you actually need those sometimes because the earring is heavy and it gives it a little bit more to hang on to when you buy that little cushion. And they have these little cushions now. You don't even have to glue them. They literally slip on like a sock. And it makes a world of difference in the comfort and the way that the earring stays on you. And I really have to say honestly that some of the prettiest earrings are clip-on. Some of the most beautiful earrings are vintage clip-on earrings. I could not leave them behind anymore. I was getting really tired of my own prejudice about them, saying, "Oh, they hurt. Oh, they this. I can't wear them for more than." And honestly, that does not have to be the case. You can wear them out to a function for an hour or two. And I think what really changed my mind is that I got this fabulous pair of signer from a subscriber. She sent me a jewelry box full of jewelry, and she sent me these incredible signer that were black enamel with this huge crystal in the middle, and I had to wear them. I love them. I put them on, and then 2 or 3 hours later, I had forgotten I had them on. And I thought to myself, it must be the quality of the earring. Not all of them are pinch not all of them will pinch you and hurt you. Really shop around and make sure, as I said, that you get those cushions, those little slippers, and that you buy the good ones. Monet also has that patented spring on there so that it goes just as far as it needs to for your particular lobe. So anyway, now that I don't have a gym, I think I'm going to invest in a treadmill again. I used to have one, but it broke down. I used to actually have it right here behind me. Maybe I can still make room back there. I can still just put that backdrop there. I still have a huge master bedroom. And there's what do you call those windows that are kind of like rounded out like that? Is it a bay window? That's what's behind this. Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I could probably pay it off in 6 months of what I was paying over there. Or a Peloton. I hear the Peloton. Does anybody do the Peloton? I hear the Peloton is fantastic because you're a part of a group. You're kind of accountable with each other, that kind of thing. I know it's expensive, but you know, as your muscles start getting weaker and weaker, you start thinking about things like that and how to strengthen yourself up and stay in those jeans as well, like Adrian said today, and not have to go back and buy more and more. You like the dangle clip-ons because they don't weigh down the exactly. The piercing can stretch from those really heavy earrings or just regular, 5 grams. I can only do like 3 grams when they're pierced because they really feel like they're tugging. And I've known people that have just put on an earring and all of a sudden it falls because it had gotten to the point where it stretched and split. Can you just go for walks in your neighborhood, Thelma? I could, but it's hot. It's very, very hot. My neighborhood is very dark too. We have supposedly a design element in the neighborhood that they only have a candle. What do you call it? Those street lamps. Not the city street lamps, but like a really cute, quaint little English thing. So every home, that's what they have. And it's very dark. And I'm really scared of getting run over, getting bitten by a loose dog, which we don't have many. We don't really have that problem. But occasionally we'll have a crazy person that thinks walking next to his dog is walking the dog, things like that. And yeah, and I could do that, but I feel like I'm more disciplined when I see something in front of me, like a treadmill. That's what I used to do when I had one running. It was right in front of me. I'd have my tennis shoes right next to it, and I was just ready to go for an hour a day. Do I have a special way of organizing? I'm going to do some shorts on that. My daughter was telling me, you really need to show behind the scenes of this chaos. It's kind of chaotic, but it's kind of an organized chaos right now because I have worked on it. Behind me, there is only one drawer that holds socks right here. The rest of it is all jewelry, and it's trays of jewelry. Then I have another, like a little tall boy. What do they call them? Like a tall boy dresser that has doors and 3 shelves, and then has a big shelf, and then it's got a little smaller shelf at the top. Top one holds sunglasses and wallets. All the rest are jewelry. So, and that's not my personal so much. Some of my personal is in the armoire because I do have like the chunky beads that I like to wear, the gemstones. I don't hang those up in my armoires where I have my fine jewelry over my bathroom. I have 2 huge armoires. A company had sent me some a couple of years ago to do a promo video about them, and they're wonderful. And they're on two doors in my bathroom. The closet door to my closet and the closet door to my husband's. And that one holds my gold and silver jewelry. So, but then I have gold and silver jewelry and other jewelry boxes over here in this shelving unit. So it's crazy, but you would not believe that I did not have this jewelry till I started doing jewelry jars. And that's because I sell it a lot. And that's one of the reasons I love selling on Whatnot, is that I can sell items for $2 or $3, and I don't spend much time, trying to convince you of it, or, I don't sell junk. First of all, I respect jewelry too much to sell junk. If it's faded or broken, I'll put it in a crafter lot. But like, for example, just right here, what I'm looking at here, this is just one rack. This is all charm bracelets, and I think only about 4 of them are sterling, kind of like the travel bracelets. The rest of these are just fun, like, Hello Kitty, and maybe some Juicy or something like that. This is just one. I must have 20 of these, and some are in tiers. But, I could bring something like this to Whatnot and run it. Maybe, well, something like this, I'd probably start a little higher because it's got some sterling mixed up. And I really wouldn't care if it only sold for $20 at this point. At this point, I really don't care because I'm drowning in this jewelry. I really am. I love it. I wear a lot of it. I mean, I love my rings, especially my bracelets, my fine jewelry, my turquoise and things like that. But some of the stuff that I get in the jars, even the good stuff, I'd have to have 3 lifetimes to get through that jewelry. I really would. Love the puffy hearts on that bracelet. What a way to go. Yeah, right? Yeah. Like right now, and what my daughter bought me this beautiful ring. Remember, I told you, I'll show it to you up close next time with the card, but she got this one in Santa Fe in New Mexico, and she brought it back. She celebrated her 24th birthday there this week. And she brought me back this ring, and you saw me unbox the box of rings from my beautiful friend Cindy. These are things that I absolutely love and treasure, and I have so many of them as well. So many. Tons. Oh, I would love to explain Whatnot to you, and I do want to have a guest on to help me even further with that. Whatnot is fantastic. Please be sure and use my links to sign on. I do get a referral fee when you sign on using my link. You get $15 off when you purchase for the first time on Whatnot. So Whatnot is an app, so get it on your phone, but get it on your computer too, because sometimes my phone won't let me bid on it won't let me bid for some reason. It gets stuck. So you can work on it either way. But to be a seller on there, you have to apply or you have to have been approached. I was approached by them because I do have a social following here. But it's very easy to get on. You apply for it. I think they just ask you a few questions, maybe have a video conference. They want to know that you have inventory. They don't want, they don't want to just have you go on there and open your garage with your, garage sale leftovers. They want to know you're a legit reseller. Once you get on, you basically, it's live selling. It's eBay, but it's as if you were live on eBay. So you can time your auctions as well. So you can time them for as little as 15 seconds or as long as, what is it, 2 minutes, 5 minutes or something like that. Nobody wants to wait around 5 minutes. These are for the people, and I don't know if you've ever been in that situation. I have, but there are some long-winded auctions on YouTube. I mean, long. We're having conversations. We're talking about who's having a baby, and that's fine. That's community. And that's one of the reasons I've never come to YouTube to sell. Because to me, there's a difference between community, there's a difference between commercial. And though they have mixed in the past, and people feel free to contact me if you ever see anything in a haul, that kind of thing. But for me to sit here and have an auction, I could never do it. That's not why I started the channel. I would never feel comfortable doing it. But there, it's like, okay, guys, we're going to buy rings today. Let's start this one at $2. That people like low starts, but you don't have to start at $2. You can start at 10 or 20 or whatever you want. And you're going to have your phone or a camera used for your item. So let's say right here where I'm sitting, I'll put my iPhone on my tripod and it's facing this way, and my item is right here on my background, just like you see me do unjarrings and everything. And on my computer, which I have over here right now, I'm facing my laptop, but I usually have it right here. I'm also streaming at the same time. I have to mute it because we don't want echoes or anything, but I'm transacting everything through the computer. So I could either front load turquoise ring starting at $2, or I can just do it spontaneously and type in turquoise ring starting at $2, and then it starts running and the clock is going by itself. You don't have to push anything except start the bid. At the end of 10 seconds or 2 minutes, it has sold. Let's say it sold for 20. You don't have to invoice. You don't have to wait for whether you got a deadbeat bidder or not. When I do YouTube auctions, I have to wait for them to email me their email. I have to wait for me to invoice them, and then they pay me. Sometimes I don't see the invoice for 2 days. And I don't really have that problem at Facebook because I've built my community over there coming from YouTube. So everyone is very, very reliable. But we have a lot of fly by nights here on YouTube. We have people that troll. We have people that are shopaholics and they don't pay, or they bid up, bid up, bid up. And then you never get that momentum back in an auction. So there's a lot of troublesome aspects of YouTube auctions. And over there, you don't have it. They have already taken care of the shipping. You don't even have to weigh anything or find out where somebody lives. None of that. Everything is already done for you. Yes, you're going to pay a fee. You're going to pay a convenience fee. I think it roughly is around 20 to 25% of whatever you grossed. But it's worth it because all you have to do is get on your computer, go to your seller hub once you finish your auction. Addresses are already there. If Tanya bought 5 things, all 5 things are listed on her packing slip. I print it out. And of course, I've gotten very organized to be over there because it's so fast paced. So I'll have everything already in a file, lot number 1. Or in my case, I actually like to name them. I'll say turquoise ring. I won't just say lot 1. But some people that are so fast, they just put lot number 1 and put the weight in. So you know if it's a lightweight thing or a I think you have choices from lightweight to heavyweight, different prices. And then once people start buying more than one thing, they're starting to bundle your items already. So basically, you're coming out with free shipping on most of it. There's a max. There's a max on those little lightweight items. Or if I sold a jewelry jar, I think I put it at 14 pounds and one at 8 pounds or something like that. But that is the beauty of Whatnot, is that you don't have to chase your buyer. You don't have to find out their name, their ad. That's already been taken care of. When you apply to buy on Whatnot, it's like buying at Amazon. You don't go on Amazon and put everything in at the last minute, right? I mean, at least I don't. I'm a Prime member or whatever. You just buy, click, put in the cart, you're done. Instacart, same thing. All your information's already there. That's what's going on with Whatnot. All the information is there. Your buyer has already paid. As soon as they won that bid, they already have it taken out of their checking account or their pay, or however their PayPal has it. I think you could do it with your PayPal if you'd like. So that's the beauty of it, and it's so fast. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you just sell." Some people just sell their junk over there. I don't think so. I found some really good things there. I have a fabulous seller over there that I follow, and she is killing it in sales and killing it in bargains. I bought probably 20 pieces of clothing from her last night, and I don't think I spent over $50. But she made up for it in volume because she probably sold 500 items in that. She comes on twice a day. She probably sold about 500 items in those 2 4-hour stints that she put into Whatnot. So it's just a win-win for everyone. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with YouTube auctions. I've never done them for that reason that I just stated. I do frequent them. I do love them, but I don't have 8 hours to spend with you. I don't have 4 hours to spend with you. I got to hop around. Whereas I can go to Whatnot, can have 5 windows open and I'm checking everybody out because everybody's running their auction fast. That's not to say it's not a community over there. It is. The one I'm speaking of, she's got a fabulous community. She's got loyal buyers. She can sit there and talk if she feels like it and tell a story and whatnot, and nobody moves from her screen. Nobody moves because they know she's got the goods and they like her, and all that came from social following as well. But that's not to say that you can't make it up there if you don't have a social platform like I do or like she did, because that's not the case. It will happen for you as long as you show up consistently. That's what I'm trying to do over there. I'm showing up there on Wednesdays, and I'm trying to do it all summer and maybe even twice a week so that people can know. It's just like here when you schedule your lives. I'm trying to schedule my lives. I'm going to be here on a Friday night. Come see me, that kind of thing. Same thing over there. And especially if they know you're selling good things. If you sell them something that's Mark Sterling and it's not, and you had trouble getting your money back or something, you're not going to go back. It's like anything. Who wants to go to a store that sells you garbage? You don't go back. I don't. Or if they treat you wrong, right? Yeah, it's very, very, very cool. They're getting all your money. Me too, believe me. Oh my gosh. And I have to literally have to get off of it because there's just so many bargains to be had, but there's also money to be made. Again, it depends on you as a seller know that in the end, even here on YouTube, when you're selling hair, you might sell something that should have sold for 100, you might sell it for 50. But then you find something somebody really, really liked, and the other person really, really liked it, and they all bid it up to 200. In the end, it all comes out in the wash, right? As they say. All right. Do we have any more thumbs up? We do. Thank you guys so much. 67 thumbs up, 94 people watching. Why do you think it takes some sellers or whatnot so long to put in and run an item? Oh, please. I mean, many people, if you watch some of the how-tos on YouTube, that's the first thing they address. And I've tried to address it to new people that I go in on their auctions, but I don't want to be rude. I don't like to be rude. I don't like to tell people, how to run their auction or whatever. I might say something like, can, can I see that one in the corner or whatever? And then they'll bring it out. But then I'll say, maybe you could show them all. And literally people will say, I don't want to run them because nobody's buying them. I don't do that. I don't care. If I have 20 things in my bucket that I plan to run on whatnot, I'm running the 20 things in my bucket. If they sell, they sell. I think last one I did, there was only, well, the jars, I ran 4 jars, only one sold. So I have 3 left, but because they're expensive. I started them at $150. But everything else, I think only one thing was not bid on. But I'm not afraid of rejection. I mean, come on, I'm here with graphic eyeliner. I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm too old for that. I don't care. And I'm comfortable in front of a camera. I've been doing it for 10 years. So I'm not shy. I'm not going, oh, this and that. I'm still a little jittery. I'm not making fun of anybody because I am jittery in front of doing two devices to handle and doing it fast enough so people don't lose their attention span on me. But other than that, all I can say is don't do it and suggest it. Run your rack. You've got a rack there of jewelry. Run it. Because if you ask for it, you feel almost obligated to buy it. That's the way I see it. That's why I don't ask for it. I just wait for them to do it, or I go somewhere else. That's exactly why people don't stick around, is because someone's waiting for a suggestion. And to me, that's the number one killer of a whatnot auction, is to wait for a suggestion. Bring your items ready to go and run them. You're ready to run. And if you get rejected, you get rejected. I've been rejected by much, much more important things, like my application to a nursing school that I wanted to go to. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Verna, for reminding them about the thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And those of you who have subscribed and are new, I can't thank you enough for being here. Everyone who keeps coming back, thank you for coming back. Again, the chat will be at the bottom of the screen when this is on replay. Right now, it's right here on the side because we are live. I don't want to go on because I will buy stuff and have, yeah, exactly. But then again, it's like, if this is your business, you have to buy stuff. And I do buy things to resell, but when I bought the clothing, I was thinking Christmas because those things had tags. And I bought some sweaters for my daughters. I bought some clothes for my grandkids. You can't beat that. Where are you going to buy something? She even sold me at least 3 times 2 items for $10. And I had already built up my shipping, so I didn't have to worry about excessive shipping. So, it's a win-win. But again, she works in absolute volume. She's not going out thrifting and then bringing it. No, she is constantly, she's got her whole family involved. It's a whole enterprise. Let me see if I have any other questions. Please put them in caps. You did it last night, Danielle? Is that your name over there? Good. Oh, I'm so glad. Give us your whatnot name so we can follow you over there. You can follow me. Mine's Thelma Thrift over there. You made the mistake of asking the seller, and the seller was rude when I did not bid. See what I'm saying? So you're putting your buyer in a awkward position. You don't want to do that. You want to welcome your buyer. I can't hardly see the chat, especially when I'm this far away and I'm looking at this device. And I had a problem with my device yesterday or Wednesday when I was over there because I could not see the item through my phone's camera. For some reason, I think I may have had it off on the on the settings. So I had to look at my computer to be looking at what I was doing here in front of the screen. It was horrible. But I just marched on and, as they say, keep swimming. Whatnot sounds fun. I followed your link. Oh, good. Oh, wonderful. You chickened out due to the fact that they needed a permanent card on file. I've been scammed even on PayPal. Yeah, well, I can't alleviate your qualms about anything, but I can say that uh, if someone is going to scam you, they can scam you anywhere. I heard someone say the other day, I don't like to give my information. Da 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 da. Well, if you don't like to give your information, don't be on YouTube. Don't look up for anything on Google. Don't buy a computer because babe, it is here. It is here. They are tracking every single move that we make, every single move that we make. But it says it's to me, it's safe. I've been scammed by buying a sandwich in Chicago. I've been scammed by putting gas in Chicago. Uh, 20 years ago, somebody was buying a bird in Florida with my card that I didn't use anywhere. And 20 years ago, we didn't have the chips and all that other stuff that we have now. But no, I'm not afraid of getting scammed on Whatnot. That's no, not at all. You've taken off my permanent and now pay with guest card. Oh, I see. And I like I suggested in that chat I was in, because a lot of people have been hacked. I've never been hacked on my accounts or anything, especially the social media accounts. I've heard a lot of people getting their Facebooks, their Instagrams, big influencers getting just people want to be vicious, and they will scam their names, and then they can't get the exact name back. But I've never ever had that happen, and I'm grateful. But I know that that's the kind of scamming that I've heard more about than someone stealing your card. Because someone can steal your card. That day they stole it at the sandwich shop in Chicago, all of us who paid that day, because we were a group and we all paid differently, at separately. It was a little sandwich shop. I don't remember what kind. It was a tiny little mom and pop place. Every single one of us got our credit cards compromised within a week. Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. And well, luckily my bank, covers it. They usually let you know to the point where my bank will even stop me from buying something. If I'm out of town, for example, in Chicago, and I'll start buying here and there and there and here, then suddenly I'll get, a little text. And if I don't respond to it, they cut my card. That's happened to me. I had to borrow money from my son to get home. Well, not to get the ticket, but, just to spend because they literally did that. You have fraud protection. My neighbor got called by the FBI at 12 p.m. following up on a scammed her Citibank card. She didn't believe it was the FBI. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. And so we're so used to ignoring those calls too, aren't we? I mean, and not only that, but mine is always on do not disturb because I'm always doing some kind of video or something. It's crazy. Hmm. All right. I think we've been here a good while. I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner. Uh, we had some really, really great ones. And again, I didn't go with the heart of the matter because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. That's another one I'm afraid of. Actually, that wouldn't have been a copyright, wouldn't? Yeah, it could have been. Could have been from that song, right? So my winner is Kathy Blaine. Is Kathy Blaine here? I do the do not disturb as well. I know. And my daughter's like, can you please take it off of do not disturb? I've been calling you for 2 days. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm more afraid of using my credit card at a gas station than giving it to Whatnot. Much more. And a gas station or those restaurants, oh my gosh, they're notorious for stealing your information. They really are. It's awful. Is Kathy in there? I didn't see. Recognize. Lunchtime jewelry with Emily. My my bank will cut me off after about 25, 30 bucks. See? And that's a good thing, just to be cautious, right? I just heard. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Really? You never heard of that, Kathy, before? Kathy, you're my winner, right? Kathy Blaine. Okay, let me tell you the name of it's so simple. It's like anything. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Wait. Kathy, I'm sorry, that's not it. I'm gonna give you a jewelry jar anyway because I got you excited. I I cannot believe I messed up. Oh my gosh, I thought this was it. No, this is not the one I'm gonna go with, but I did love that one, Thelma's Talks. But that's not the one I'm going with. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's not here. I'll have to look for it. I think I'm not even going to say the name. I'll just contact her. But I'm still going to send you a jewelry jar because I messed up. I had it circled because I like that one too. I think it was down to those two. Thelma's Talks was the one she had said. But now y'all got to stick around to get the real winner. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I had it right here. I had written them all down. Thelma's View, Thelma's Faux Zone. Oh my gosh, why don't I see it? I'll have to go back and look at it. Y'all can go back and look at it. And I know it's in the last video, the last heart-to-heart video. Did you enter a contest in my last video, Miss Blaine? You remember? Where we asked for a name? You could remember? The one I chose was not that one, Kathy, but I want you to do, I'm going to give you a jewelry jar anyway because I messed up and I got everybody excited. And I'm sorry because I had circled that one as well. Okay, so Kathy, go to thelmahordes@gmail.com, and that's always in my description box. Give me your address, and I'm going to send you a jewelry jar anyway because I'm giving away jewelry jars this month. And as part of my birthday anniversary conglomerate of being on YouTube 10 years, and my birthday month is next month. All right. So I'm trying to think of, it was here. I can't believe it's not here. I'm thinking maybe I took a picture of it. But I'm still going to send you one anyway because I messed up and that was not the name I chose. Guys, let me have another question if you'd like. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and look for it. There was a lot of suggestions. But this is it. This is the new name. And I'll find it and I will contact her. And if you see it in the video, go watch the video again. It could use some more views. This was the name I chose. And I'll tell you why. So congratulations anyway. Hi, Miss Vanessa. Congratulations anyway. I didn't choose the name, but you were the runner-up, you could say. The one I chose was Thelma's Live. See, so simple but brilliant, right? Because it kind of has like a double entendre, like it's my live, but hey, Thelma's Live. That's the name of the new show. What do you think? Do y'all like it? Who slept since then? Oh my gosh. I did take a nap today, actually. Oh, good. I'm intimidated by the fast pace. I'll do it eventually. Don't be intimidated. You don't have to make it fast paced. You can make it 2 minutes. And the thing is, you can talk about it just, since if it's an important piece, it's 14 karat or it's sterling with a beautiful stone, you want to explain the stone, take your time and explain the stone. Say, this is the one I'm going to run next. Show it in front of the camera. Again, you got your camera down. I would probably use a regular camera and not your magnified camera because it'll show the style more quickly and you won't be able to do a face-to-face camera. You have to do just one going down and then your device, your computer or your iPad is to help you run it faster. You could do it all on the phone, but you'd be tapping the phone and the camera would be shaking and it'd just be a mess. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to run it 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, however you want. Thelma's on. You like that one better? You like that Thelma's on? No, I think I like Thelma's live because it's it's kind of an exclamation as well as you like it? Yeah, hi Iris, don't you like that one? I don't know who suggested it, but we went ahead and gave another jewelry jar anyway to Miss Blaine. Miss Blaine, did you get my email address? Yeah, and let me know if you need any help. As a matter of fact, I was going to reach out to you, Mia, if you want to come on as a guest sometime next week. We can talk about whatnot when you're here. We can talk about lots of things. Let me know your schedule. I know you're busy with things that are in your path right now and with your show and everything, but I'd love to have you as a guest on here. And I'm reaching out to a few other people. I hope they are okay with me and my show. And just to come on and learn and talk about it. We could talk more about whatnot. And if you guys have any more questions about anything, I'll be here for another few minutes. So please put them in the chat because I don't know who said Thelma's live. I thought it was that one. See, I like Thelma Talks too, but I chose Thelma's live because I really think it's more like Thelma Talk was more like it's just going to be me talking. And I really want to have guests. I really want to have learners on here, teachers and learners on here. And so I want to be able to have a more inclusive repertoire. I will say, Daria, that Nurse Flipper has the best video on setting up the whatnot. I don't know how many she's done, but one that I watched, I learned so much from her. More was the organization of having everything. She said she uses little legal envelopes and she'll have 50 items that she wants to run. So she will have them already there. So she's not pulling out a ruler. She's not pulling out a loop. She's got all the information, 18-inch chain, sterling silver, signed James Avery, ruby or cabochon, all that information. And she's just putting it in front of you. And that's what I learned from her. And so then, okay, it sells, goes in the sell. It didn't sell, goes in the not sell. So please be sure and watch her video on her setup. She taught me a lot. I watched about 10 people. Nobody, not everybody's a teacher. She's a nurse. I think she's a real nurse, retired. But not everybody knows how to teach. They know how to do, but they don't know how to teach. So I watched several videos. They all talked about other things that I didn't need to know. Relaxing, greeting people, having just other things, how to sign on, how to what they call boarding on or whatever it's called. There was a lot of fluff that I didn't need, not to say that it wasn't important, but hers got to the meat of what I needed, which was how to organize it, how to set it up, how to go in to your app once it's in your app, and you literally have to go into the stream. You don't start the stream, but you go into the stream if you want to add things in advance. So if you want to get people excited about, let's say you've got some wonderful Mexican jewelry or your karat gold jewelry, and you can even put it on a buy it now shelf. So people can go buy it now, or you can have it ready for your auction and they can take almost like a preview look of it. Or if you want spontaneity, and that's my quandary right now, honestly, I think there is room for spontaneity where you can just put in item number one, lightweight jewelry item, everything else already filled in. You want to start it at, let's say you're going to do everything starting at $5 that day or $10. So you can already have those start prices. Then you just go back in and say, oh, everybody's buying my Mexican jewelry today. I think I'll bring some more. Or nobody's buying this Mexican jewelry. I think I'm going to bring the costume. So that leaves room for spontaneity. And that is awesome because you got to go with the flow. It's like anything. It's like anything that you're running, if you're running a hot dog stand and everybody's buying the burgers, you're not going to bring the hot dogs anymore, right? Oh, that's ridiculous. Lunchtime jewelry with Emily Lyon. No, don't think that way. I will tell you, pick a weekday seems to be a little bit less traffic, but it's just like being on here. A lot of people, oh, I don't want to go on because so and so's on, or she's selling and I sell too. You cannot run your life that way. You have to go on when it's convenient for you, and that's it. And eventually people find you. As I just said, when people know it's been going for almost 2 years. People know that you can watch 3 auctions at one time. If you use your computer, you can have 3 tabs on. You can go while they're doing the giveaway, you can go watch the other one. I don't like what she's selling today, so let me go see what she's doing. That's really not, I don't think any of any importance, honestly. I really don't. And not only that, go on and, don't spam. That's the worst thing people can do. I had a comment not too long ago where somebody came on my channel and said, "So and so is almost at 1,000 subscribers. Can you go subscribe to her?" I was gonna say, "Can you at least say hello before you spam my channel?" I just deleted it because that's a way to get, um that's obnoxious. That's what that is. So that's not what I'm saying, but go in, say hello, you know, "I like that," or something like that, and maybe somebody will recognize you from YouTube. Maybe that person will recognize you. You never know. And then they'll say hello to you. And then maybe you'll say, yeah. If they ask you something, then you might say, yeah, I have a show or something like that. But make yourself known in the circles of what you sell, or even answer a question. If somebody doesn't know that's, a rose quartz, you can say, I think it's a rose quartz, and people start looking. I got like 4 followers the other day, 4 or 5 followers in like 10 minutes that I was in somebody's chat, and I didn't say go follow me at all. Nobody said go follow her. But I answered some questions. I had a little repertoire, a little what do you call it? Rapport with the host and with the other people, and then we were bidding on the same thing, and somebody was calling me fast fingers, and then about 4 people started following me. It just happens like it does anywhere. Just like you want to get followers on YouTube, you don't go on just to say I have a channel and I'm on in 5 minutes. That's not the way you do it. That's obnoxious. You do it organically, but you do it by being where you want to be, where you want other people to be with you as well. And if it's jewelry, then you want to be in the jewelry circles, you know? And people there, it's not as arrogant as you might think. It's not, and give it a second chance. If you went in there once and didn't like it, go back. I didn't like it the first time. I thought it was not the first time I sold. The first time I sold, I fell in love. But the first time I went in there to look around, it was just nerve-wracking. And I still don't know everything about them. There's ways to snipe, there's ways to do this. There's all kinds of things that I don't know yet. There's ways to avoid giving giveaways just for the giveaway bunnies who just go from one. I mean, you can even see it. The screen says 100 subscribers, 100 watchers on your whatnot. The giveaway is over, and the watches go down to like 60 because they're just there for the giveaway, and that's not the one you want anyway. You want the one that comes to see your jewelry. Just be consistent. Show up when the big ones are on. I mean, that might be a good time to show up, because people will say, oh, well, look at her. She's got 5 people, but this one's got 550. I think I'll go check out the 5 too, just to see if I do that. I go to the smallest and the biggest, and I buy from the smallest and the biggest. The only ones I don't stay too long is the one that says, give me a suggestion. What do you want me to pull? What do you want me to run? Anybody have any ideas? Anybody have anything special? No, I'm not going to stick around for you to decide, for someone else to tell you what to do. That's number 1 mistake to avoid. That's my advice for today on that. Oh gosh, I don't none of those, none of those. Texas gal is fabulous. I've met her in person 2 times. I've had her on my show. I interviewed her 2 years ago. We had a meetup 2 years, I mean, twice, and she's fantastic. But she was not my inspiration to sell jewelry. Uh, she does wonderful content, and I enjoy her content. I've always enjoyed her content. Nurse Flipper, I don't really watch her sell jewelry either. I only found her because I've seen her on another show, and because I know she's a very astute person, entrepreneur. I know what she does. I know her volume, and I saw that she was doing a whatnot how to, and I told her, I thanked her in the comments. I said this was the best one I'd ever seen, because, she just went straight forward. She answered my questions. How are you organizing it? How are you putting it into the app? Shortcuts that you can do and all of that. That's what I needed answered, things. And so, but as far as selling jewelry, I've never considered what I do selling jewelry. I know that sounds crazy, but I have been wearing jewelry since I was probably 6, 7 years old, and I've always loved it. My mother would buy my sister and I. My sister was the clothes horse. She could care less about jewelry. She likes it okay today, but hers was the newest shoes, the newest pants. She needed a velvet jacket. She needed a belt to go with this. And mine was, when my mother took us shopping, jewelry counter, watches, jewelry, rings, watches. That's all I ever cared about. So that's always been my passion. It was not because of a profit I wanted to turn selling jewelry. Never. My problem is buying jewelry. That's my problem. And I sell it because I'm floating in it. I'm literally drowning in it, I should say. And because I started doing the jewelry jars. But I've always when I sold at flea markets, I sold some jewelry, mostly jewelry that I made because I used to make my own jewelry. Beaded jewelry. I would refashion pearl necklaces. I was really into rhinestones. I bought so many brand names that I didn't discover till I started watching people that know the brand names, like Texas Scout Treasures, and talked about certain what do you call it? Certain designers like Schiaparelli and things like that. But lo and behold, I had Schiaparelli, I had um, Hobe, I had all these name brands, but I only bought them because they glittered in my face and I loved them. And I was really into Madonna's look in the 80s when she donned all the rhinestones again. So that was just always my thing. But it was not anybody who inspired me to go sell jewelry. Never, never, never. No. But I will say Nurse Flipper did a great whatnot video, so do watch it. Hi, Miss Sally. Yeah, it accumulates. It accumulates. Even the one, I tell you, the armoires that I have full of my personal jewelry. My daughter went in there the other day, or it was open, and I was picking something out, and and that's just one. She doesn't know I have two because she doesn't live here. She just looked at the pile of rings that are my personal in one jewelry box, and she said, "Mom, I don't get it. I just don't get it." She wears a simple James Avery gold band. She used to wear her wedding ring, and maybe another ring over here, and that's it. And she's the one that I'm selling the Tiffany, the beautiful Tiffany that I have up right now on Whatnot for a buy it now. She never wore it. Her ex-husband gave it to her. It's the Paloma Picasso olive leaf. It's amazingly beautiful. Doesn't fit me, or it would be mine. I would have already paid her for it. Um, but it's a small size. They just don't have that jewelry gene. My youngest does. She actually brought me this ring. I think I showed it to you earlier from Santa Fe. She was there this week. How much is that, Tiffany? I'm asking $7.92 on Whatnot for it. And that's really, really cutting because they are going to take a good percentage of it. But it sells for $9.50 at the Tiffany site plus tax. And for her to have worn it once is too much. She may have worn it once. She said, "I just never wore it, Mom. It's not my style." But like I said, nothing is her style. I don't think I've ever seen her wear anything but her a little charm bracelet. That's it. You love rings too. Yeah. So that was any other questions? James Avery. Yeah, I love James Avery. This is a James Avery. I have this in silver and gold. This is the gold one, Brutalist, early 70s. I'm totally addicted to James Avery things. Not all of them, but I do love them. Here's another one I just got. This one from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Oh my gosh, I love it. I went to the museum and I saw this giant specimen of rutilated quartz with the spires or the rutiles rather, of gold running through there. And I fell in love with it. This is hand signed by the artisan. I believe it says Dennis Hobbs. That's what I can make out. And it is so weighty. And I'm not sure. I haven't tested that ring there if it's gold. It's not marked for gold. or bronze, but it's so pretty. That's a new one I just got. I love it so much. What about you guys? What is your inspiration for selling jewelry or collecting it? Any fond memories? I know I've told mine before, several, but I think I've told several of them throughout my tenure here on YouTube of my childhood uh, jewelry memories. H on the sides. Is it really? I never noticed that. You're right. Oh my gosh. And we had a little bidding war with this one. We had a little bidding war, but my wonderful, beautiful subscriber friend, Kathy G, bowed out gracefully. You're absolutely right. I'm so glad I showed it. I did not notice it. And I don't even remember if Anna knew that it was she probably did, but I don't know if she could because it's a scratch signature on the inside. It's but I could make out Dennis, and I wasn't sure if it said Hobbs or Hobby or Holly, but it is. Oh, I'm so excited. I have to look him up. Has anybody heard of him? I've never heard of him, but that is a fantastic ring. I've had been looking for rutilated quartz on YouTube, but not on YouTube, on eBay, but they were high. They were really, really high, and they didn't have that personality that that ring has. That ring has personality. They were just, the simple bezel, simple stone. Your grandma was a Sarah Coventry dealer, and I went with her too. Did you? How fun to help her. Wow. That is so cute, Bonnie. I can just see that. Thelma, you started out showing what you wore. And each I did. That was just one of the many videos I did, Vanessa. Outfit of the day, what's in my bag, perfume collection, handbag collections. I'm going to do the handbag collection. I'm bringing it back. I think I'll do my top 10 favorite bags or something so I can show you that amazing 10K bag. Really a fabulous find. I could not believe it. But I'd never heard of it. I had to look it up, but I was looking at something really special. I love this one. I just got this one from the jewelry nurse. So I know a lot of you follow the jewelry nurse. She's fantastic too. She's a true, true jewelry lover as well. When I first saw her and I saw her rings, I said, she's not a poser. She is a jewelry lover. And this is a huge garnet with some marcasites. She sold it to me on a beautiful Rolo chain, but I thought it was made for this leather James Avery cord. So that's where I put it. You've always been drawn to sparkly jewelry since you were little. My mother got me really loving turquoise. Oh, really? Did you live in the Southwest, Rebecca? Thank you for chiming in on that. Your inspiration was your uncle, of course, Mia. Vast collection of jewelry. I cannot even believe it. And those tubs that you show in the pictures, I just realized those tubs are probably what you're taking your stash out of, right? Was that just from your uncle? Because I know you got some from your mom too. That's incredible. But oh my gosh, Mia has, and she has already taken it to a professional auction house on some of the things that I totally drooled over, but I don't blame you. You needed that top dollar on those incredible things. But I absolutely adore the Mexican bracelet. It's a bracelet of my dreams. It really is, Mia. I love that bracelet. It's so heavy, so beautiful. I adore it. And Robin says, I'm a nurse practitioner. Maybe there's a nurse jewelry connection, right? And I once mentioned, Robin, that I saw a nurse. I think we had taken my mom in one evening. She wasn't feeling well, and I saw this nurse wearing clip-on earrings and those, like um, Miriam Haskell or some really beautiful signer or something. And she was wearing them with her scrubs, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like those earrings were made for the scrub. They just went perfectly, maybe because, they don't dangle, they're just there. They just gave her like a immediate facelift. And I just thought they looked so amazing. Thank you, everyone who's here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Put the thumbs up if you will. I hope you're enjoying the new premise of the show. We're not just going to do heart to hearts. We're going to do a lot of learning, a lot of back and forth talk and question and answers. If you have questions, please post them, preferably in caps so I can see them. And then I'm going to have a guest on Monday, and I'm hoping to have more guests throughout the week. I've reached out to a few people, and I just asked Mia. I don't know if she's going to respond or not. You don't have to. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Mia. I know you're busy, but you can email me. But I'd love to sit and chat with you as well. Tanya has an addiction. Oh, you better go take your walk. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, so I was saying, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a treadmill or do the Peloton. I really need to just invest. I used to have a really good one, and it gave me it's the best life it could give me. It lasted a good 20 years, and then when it broke, I just went back to the gym, but I really miss having one in my room. Oh, thank you. Your father was a geologist, Mary. Wow. And he made me a very amateur rock hound. That is so fabulous. I think our elders really have an impact on us in so many ways that we later realize this is where it came from. You don't even know while it's happening, right? Yeah. Collection of stone and gemstones. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm a simple jewelry person, but the presentation and design and materials are mesmerizing. I always worked hard, and jewelry wearing has gotten in my way. Has got in my way. Oh, okay. Yeah. People tell me don't wear jewelry when you're presenting the unbaggings, but no, I don't think I could do that. I really don't. I have to wear them. Dennis Hobbs, I believe that's what it was. Yes. Dennis Hobbs. It definitely says Dennis or Denise, but I think it's Dennis. I don't see an E. And thank you for pointing that out, Donna, about the H. I had not noticed it. I had not noticed it. And Anna didn't point it out. Didn't point it out either. Giveaways follow to enter giveaway. You mean on Whatnot, Barbara? That's the thing. You have to enter every time. So if you're watching, I have to watch with two devices because I can't enter the giveaway on the computer, on the laptop. You can only enter the giveaway on the app. So I have both of them going on. So every time they do a new giveaway, you have to re-enter it because somehow or another it goes into the lotto roll thing. Let me just read a couple more questions, unless you have anything else. Do you have the jewelry unbagged before you show? On Whatnot? Oh, I don't. Yeah, absolutely. I have it organized as I do on my Facebook auction. I already have it ready. I've tried, and sometimes I get behind in time and I'll say, well, I'll just do what I did last week and I'll have things. But I've already got things on earring holders. Nobody wants to see you hold up some earrings where your hand is covering the earrings. You can't see them. And so I've got holders and then people can kind of see what they look like. That's when I'm doing a Facebook auction and I'm face to face. But if I'm in the Whatnot app and it's face down, close up, it still looks better to have them on a holder, a pillow, a holder, even a little bag like this or a handkerchief or something so that they can sit on it and pop out. And you could even pierce them on there or click them on there. Make sure your focus is good and nice and close up. There's also supposedly a setting on your phone that you can make it, because once you're streaming, you can't zoom like you normally would when you're doing a regular video. So there's supposed to be a setting where if you tap on the screen, it will zoom in. Let me see. All right. I think we're going to call it a night. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes, and I got to go back and find the other winner. We had two winners after all because I accidentally said one of them. That's okay. Like I said, I'm going to be giving away some jars. Celebration of my anniversary here and my upcoming birthday. layer their jewelry. My name is Kelly and I'm a jewelry addict. Right, Dusty? Yeah, yep, yep. All right. I've seen it. I just seen it there. Didn't know that. Recently addicted since watching Thelma. Oh my gosh, really? Sheila, did you go to my Facebook auction? I think I saw your name because it's spelled with two L's. Am I saying it right? Let me know if I'm saying it right. It was meant to be a mistake. Yeah, that's true. That's true because I was going to give away another jar because I thought, oh, everybody's just going to stay tuned for the winner and then they're going to go away. So I'll do another one. So it turned out that Miss Blaine got lucky anyway because for some reason I had circled hers, but I knew that I think it was down to those two that I really liked. But it was Thelma's Live, the one I decided to keep. I really like that one. All right. Do y'all like the premise of the show? Any other suggestions? Please leave them in the comments if you want me to interview anybody in particular. And if they're not mad at me or they don't, have a horrible distaste for my show or me, I will reach out to them and see if they want to come on. Please suggest it in the comments below when this goes up to the replay. I'm glad, and I'm hoping that you'll really enjoy the interviews again. And we always talk about reselling and their platforms and so forth, but I really want to delve into other things as well, because I really like to see what makes people tick. Like someone asked me who was my inspiration, and I didn't. I hope I wasn't throwing shade on anyone, but the people that she mentioned, Texas Gal and Nurse Flipper, did not inspire me to do jewelry at all. What I have always credited Miss Margaret for is that she's the first one I saw doing a jewelry jar. And I was intrigued. I was like, I need to go find some of that. And we're in the same town. I'm going to go find it. So that definitely to go find those jars. And she's not finding them where she is now. Hopefully in Colorado, she'll find some. She's moving to Colorado, is what I hear. Wishing her all the best. Margaret, if you ever watch, you know I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful life in Colorado. Yes, yes, definitely. But not, I mean, it was, I don't know where it came from, honestly. My mother wore very nice classic jewelry, but I wore rings like this when I was 10 and 11 years old. I was wearing jumbo big rings like this. Yeah. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. I'm going to go see if my husband's here. He went off to work for a little while I did this live, and he said he'd give me about an hour and a half. So he may be back. Give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Share it in your circles, in your social circles as well. If you have a Facebook, share it over there. If you have a Twitter, whatever, share this video so that we can continue to grow the channel. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.